Imagine owning one of the most advanced machines ever created. A machine capable of learning languages, creating music, solving complex problems, and remembering experiences from decades ago. But imagine that machine requires one critical maintenance process every single night. Without it, the machine slowly fills with waste. The circuits become clogged. Signals move more slowly, and eventually the system begins to fail. Now imagine that machine is your brain. Every day, billions of neurons burn energy to support your thoughts, memories, emotions, and decisions. And every one of those processes produces metabolic waste, proteins, chemical byproducts, fragments of cellular activity. Under normal conditions, the brain removes this waste through a remarkable process that occurs during deep sleep. The glymphatic system, a fluid-based cleaning network that flushes toxins out of neural tissue. But here is the problem. Modern life is quietly interfering with this process. Not through disease, not through injury, but through everyday habits that disrupt the brain's natural rhythms. Habits that millions of people repeat every night. To understand why this matters, we need to remember how the brain's cleaning system works. During deep sleep, brain cells slightly shrink. This creates microscopic spaces between neurons. Cerebrospinal fluid begins to flow through these spaces, washing away metabolic waste. This fluid circulation depends heavily on slow-wave sleep, the deepest stage of sleep. Without slow-wave sleep, the glymphatic cleaning system cannot fully activate. And unfortunately, many aspects of modern life reduce the amount of slow-wave sleep we experience. One of the most powerful disruptors of deep sleep is artificial light at night. For most of human history, darkness arrived naturally after sunset. The brain evolved to interpret darkness as a signal that it was time to prepare for sleep. In response to darkness, the brain releases a hormone called melatonin. Melatonin helps regulate the body's circadian rhythm and signals the brain that nighttime has begun. But modern environments rarely become truly dark. Streetlights illuminate cities. Indoor lighting extends our waking hours. And perhaps most significantly, digital screens emit bright blue light late into the evening. Smartphones, tablets, televisions, laptops, these devices produce wavelengths of light that strongly suppress melatonin production. When melatonin is delayed, the brain's sleep schedule shifts. Sleep onset becomes later. Deep sleep becomes shorter. And when deep sleep is reduced, the brain's cleaning system becomes less effective. Another powerful disruptor of brain cleaning is caffeine. Caffeine is one of the most widely consumed psychoactive substances in the world. Coffee, tea, energy drinks, chocolate. Many people rely on caffeine to boost alertness and productivity. But caffeine works by blocking a molecule called adenosine. As we discussed in previous videos, adenosine builds up in the brain during wakefulness and creates sleep pressure. It is the signal that gradually tells the brain it is time to sleep. Caffeine binds to adenosine receptors, preventing the brain from sensing this signal. As a result, the feeling of tiredness disappears temporarily, but the underlying biology does not change. Adenosine continues to accumulate. When caffeine eventually wears off, sleep pressure can return suddenly. More importantly, caffeine consumed too late in the day can reduce deep sleep. Even if a person falls asleep easily, the amount of slow-wave sleep may decrease. And because slow-wave sleep activates glymphatic cleaning, caffeine timing can influence how effectively the brain removes waste. Stress is another powerful factor affecting brain maintenance. When the brain perceives stress, it activates the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, releasing cortisol and other stress hormones. These hormones prepare the body for immediate action. Heart rate increases, blood pressure rises, energy is mobilized. This response is extremely useful in short bursts. But when stress becomes chronic, elevated cortisol levels can interfere with sleep. Cortisol suppresses melatonin production. It increases nighttime alertness, and it fragments sleep cycles. Even if a person sleeps for 8 hours, frequent micro-awakenings can prevent the brain from entering sustained slow-wave sleep. Without that stage of sleep, the glymphatic cleaning system cannot operate efficiently. The nightly rinse cycle becomes incomplete, and the brain begins the next day with residual metabolic waste. Another surprising factor affecting brain cleaning is sleep consistency. Many people maintain irregular sleep schedules. Weekday bedtimes differ from weekend schedules. Late nights alternate with early mornings. This pattern is sometimes called social jet lag. Just as traveling across time zones disrupts circadian rhythms, irregular sleep timing can confuse the brain's internal clock. When circadian rhythms become unstable, the architecture of sleep changes. Deep sleep may become shorter, sleep cycles may shift, and the timing of glymphatic cleaning may become less efficient. The brain functions best when sleep occurs at consistent times each day. Regular sleep patterns allow the circadian clock to coordinate the stages of sleep more effectively. Physical inactivity also influences brain health in ways that scientists are still exploring. Exercise improves cardiovascular health. It enhances blood vessel elasticity, and it increases circulation throughout the body. The glymphatic system relies partly on the pulsation of blood vessels to help drive cerebrospinal fluid through the brain. When blood vessels are healthy and flexible, these pulsations are stronger. Stronger pulsations can help move fluid more effectively through neural tissue. Research has shown that people who engage in regular physical activity often experience deeper sleep and improved sleep quality. This suggests that exercise may indirectly support the brain's cleaning system by promoting better slow-wave sleep. Dietary habits may also play a role in sleep quality. Heavy meals late at night can activate digestive processes that interfere with sleep. High sugar intake may create fluctuations in blood glucose that affect sleep stability. Alcohol, often used as a sleep aid, actually fragments sleep cycles. While alcohol may make it easier to fall asleep initially, it suppresses deep sleep later in the night. This reduction in slow-wave sleep weakens the glymphatic cleaning process. The brain may remain chemically unbalanced the following day. One of the most underestimated influences on brain health is sleep duration. Many adults consistently sleep less than 7 hours per night. Work schedules, social commitments, late-night entertainment, digital distractions, all of these factors contribute to chronic sleep restriction. Even losing 1 or 2 hours of sleep each night can reduce slow-wave sleep. Over time, this reduction accumulates. Night after night, the brain's cleaning cycle becomes shorter. Metabolic waste remains in neural tissue longer. The brain begins operating in a slightly more polluted internal environment. This subtle imbalance may influence mood, cognition, and long-term brain health. But there is encouraging news. The brain's cleaning system is remarkably adaptable. When sleep improves, glymphatic flow improves. When circadian rhythms stabilize, deep sleep becomes more efficient. Simple changes in lifestyle can have surprisingly powerful effects on sleep quality. Reducing screen exposure before bedtime, dimming lights in the evening, maintaining consistent sleep schedules, exercising regularly, limiting caffeine late in the day. These adjustments help restore the natural signals that guide the brain into slow-wave sleep. And when slow-wave sleep returns, the brain's cleaning system can function as it was designed. The discovery of the glymphatic system has revealed something profound about human biology. The brain is not simply an electrical organ. It is also a hydraulic system. Fluid flows through microscopic pathways, cleaning neural tissue, removing toxic byproducts, maintaining chemical balance. And this entire process depends on sleep. Not just sleep duration, but sleep quality. The depth of sleep, the timing of sleep, the rhythms of sleep. Modern life has given us extraordinary tools. Technology connects us instantly across the world. Artificial lighting allows activity long after sunset. Caffeine fuels productivity. But these conveniences also come with hidden biological costs. The brain evolved in an environment of natural light cycles, physical activity, and regular sleep patterns. When those rhythms change, the brain must adapt. And sometimes that adaptation weakens the systems that maintain neural health. Every night, the brain prepares to perform one of the most important tasks in human biology: cleaning itself. Clearing away the debris of a day's worth of thinking, resetting its chemical environment, preparing neural circuits for another day of creativity, memory, and learning. But the brain cannot perform this task unless we allow it to enter deep sleep. The most powerful brain detox system we have is not a supplement, not a medication, not a medical procedure. It is sleep. In the next and final video of this series, we will explore how to optimize the brain's nightly cleaning cycle. From temperature regulation to sleeping posture to circadian timing, we will examine how simple adjustments can help the brain activate its most powerful maintenance system. Because understanding how the brain cleans itself may be one of the most important discoveries in modern neuroscience. And protecting that process may be one of the most important investments we can make in our long-term cognitive health.